What's up? It's been a while, everybody. I've been ramming my head into this game over on Twitch for, you know, a week or two now, like everybody else. And now, you know, I'm pretty much done with the game. And so if you're anything like me, chances are you've probably been doing a fair amount of shiny hunting in this game. And there have been some developments, for lack of a better term. Well, actually, there really isn't lack of a better term. It's straight up, it's development. It's RNG researchers and developers looking at the game and figuring out how things work. So now that we have knowledge of how the RNG works in this game, what can we learn about how to hunt outbreaks more effectively, even if we are not on custom firmware and we're not RNGing? So for information, RNG is possible in this game. It's possible with custom firmware only right now. We don't have a way to calculate seeds or anything on non-CFW. So for now, you're not going to be able to RNG, but I can show you some very interesting quirks of the RNG and teach you how to use those to your advantage. All right, so if you're like me, chances are you've been hunting outbreaks in this game. And when you're hunting outbreaks, you're going to them like this, right? You're going up on my bird here. And you're heading over to your outbreak. You know, you got your sticky globs, you got your smoke bomb ready. You know, you're coming here ready for that war. You're gonna drop in. You're gonna whip a smoke bomb. Go into sneak mode. Get your wing balls out. Start whipping. Oh, see, that one broke out. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna glob them. Glob. And so we've caught quite a handful of these. We definitely caught more than 4 of them. And I didn't get a shiny. And you know what? I'm gonna reset. And you might think, well, why you know, you didn't finish clearing it out. Why would you reset? And that's because there is a shiny in this outbreak, and I know there's a shiny in this outbreak. And I'm gonna show you how we do that. So we load in, and if you don't know, you know, you may have seen or heard rumblings of this. Basically, the RNG works in such a way as to where killing Pokemon in a multi-battle scenario causes the outbreak to produce completely different Pokemon than if you catch them one by one, or kill them one by one, or have them run away one by one, right? So when those things happen, it happens sequentially. And when I say sequentially, I mean like it does the exact same thing every time. However, if you were to say go up to the outbreak like I'm about to do and do something completely different, right? Like I caught those all one by one last time, but this time I'm gonna fly in here, I'm gonna piss them all off, and I'm gonna get into battle. Oh, one of them ran away. I gotta actually hit him with the ball. Oh, I have to immediately throw at that one to the right. Got him. All right, so we got all 4. We got a combat going with all 4 of these bad boys. So Sneasel goes in the ball, one hop. Took care of all 4 of those bad boys in one battle. And let's look over at the spawn. Oh, and look at that. There's a shiny. Well, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? It's like he knew. It's like he knew. How did he know? Nice. All right. We can just start running away. Yep. Yeah, no, I know you want to attack me, all that garbage. We got it. Alright, we're back at camp. Check on Sneasel's stats here. Want to see my Pokemon? Because we're just going to want to take note of these. So there's our shiny Sneasel. Shiny Sneasel has 1 HP effort level and 3 speed effort levels, and it's a modest nature. So that's cool. It's female. We're going to close and reset. Now, check this out. What do you think's gonna happen? Okay. Option number 1. I'm gonna do something different on day 1. And I'm gonna get the shiny in a different way. Am I gonna catch all of them and get a different shiny? Am I gonna like show that it happens later? Or what if no, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. You all gotta see for yourself. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna go to Laventon here, and I'm just gonna go back to town. And you're like, what? Go back to town? But you just had a shiny. Why would you do that? And I'll tell you why I would do that. I'd do that because what I've set up here is a very specific scenario. A very specific scenario where now I don't have to kill all 4 of those Sneasel at the same time. Because my shiny's going to be right there. It's going to be right there. It's going to be top deck. I'm going to fly over, and that's going to sparkle immediately. You doubting? You're probably doubting. You're probably doubting. Nah, why you doubting? Why are you doubting? You shouldn't be doubting. That was your first mistake. That was your first mistake. So there he is. There's our shiny Sneasel. It's a female, level 56. That looks pretty familiar, but we'll catch it and we'll take it back and we'll look at the stats. Just to confirm, you know? Just so we know. Alright, we'll catch the shiny. Oh my god, stay. Okay, cool. We're out of here. Alright, so what do you guys think? I'm gonna go back to camp. You think the shiny is gonna be exactly the same? You think it's gonna be modest with 3 in speed and 1 in HP, even though it was on a completely different reset? That'd be pretty crazy, right? Especially when initially in the reset, I didn't even get a shiny when I was catching them 1 by 1. Oh, look at that. 3 in speed, 1 in HP, modest nature. I mean, it's the same. It's the exact same shiny as before. So what's going on here? Well, I know what's going on here, and courtesy of the RNG community, I can't wait to explain it to you. What I have over here is a all right. So what I have over here is a handy dandy Excel spreadsheet that I made. I was talking to Lincoln. Lincoln, if you have seen some of my other videos, is the person who handles the English version of the Blink tracker for BDSP RNG, and also has worked on a lot of very other fun things for this, but they're all CFW exclusive right now, so I don't really care that much about custom firmware RNG. It's fun, but I like to do it without custom firmware. It's fun to do things without any sort of hacks or anything like that. So what do I got here? I have this thing that says main RNG, state 1, state 2, seed equals state 1 plus state 2, limit to 64-bit. Like, what does that mean? So this right here is like the main RNG of the Switch, and it comes as these 2 64-bit hex numbers. They don't always look like this. It could be any of these characters. I just kind of typed them in here as placeholders. And then the seed for the outbreaks is actually these 2 things added together, right? And it becomes a new number. That's also, it's the same length as these, so if it was bigger than that number, it would wrap back around. It's got like underflow. But basically what happens is the game looks at this seed, which we'll just call seed in this case, and it goes from that seed, and using the algorithm, it advances to seed 1, seed 2, and seed 3 to spawn the first 4 Pokemon of the outbreak, right? And those are the first Pokemon you see, and that's why they're always the same every time. If you leave and come back and look at it, reload your save, leave and come back and go look at it, there'll be the same 4 Pokemon every time. When it starts to differ is what comes after. So if you catch and kill only 1 Pokemon, right? So let's say I just walked up and I killed this adamant Pokemon, this Pokemon number 4. So what the game's gonna do is it's gonna iterate 1 more time. So it goes to seed plus 4 and it brings out this timid Pokemon, and then it actually reseeds. So it changes this number. It changes this number to a new number, which is plugging this number, seed plus 4, into a function that gives a new random number that acts as the seed. And so I know that was a little complicated, but just hear me out. So then it reseeds, and then the next Pokemon comes from that seed. So it reseeds to seed number 2, which is based on seed 1 plus 4, which is the last Pokemon that was generated. And then it generates the next Pokemon after I catch or kill 1 more on the next seed. And so then we would have this Jolly one spawn. And that repeats again. So if we were to catch another one of the Pokemon, it would reseed it with this number, seed number 2, to get us seed number 3. And then next time, let's say we got into a battle with 2 of the Pokemon at once, and we caught or killed them both. And so the game has to respawn 2 Pokemon. And what's it going to do? It's going to take seed 3, the current seed. It's going to use that to spawn a Pokemon, and then it's going to add 1 to it, and it's going to spawn a new Pokemon, and then it's going to reseed itself with that last value. And so then the last Pokemon, Pokemon number 9, would be the only Pokemon that comes from this seed number 4. So that's how it works in a normal scenario, right? So if you were to just catch each Pokemon one by one, which is what you're normally doing, when you just walk up and whip jet balls at everything until it's gone, you are getting a very consistent view of the RNG because it's very predictable. It's advancing by one, it's reseeding. And this value is perfectly predictable, right? So like RNG manipulation tools are able to plug in these seed values and know the Pokemon that are coming with 100% certainty, right? And in fact, I set up this whole scenario using RNG manipulation on my custom firmware Switch. And so what was going on in our game, right? Because we saw that, you know, we had these 4 Pokemon. We killed all 4 of the Pokemon together, and then we got a shiny as part of the next 4, right? And then, well, what I did is I advanced to day 2, and the game actually treats advancing to a day, like going to town, as the same as killing all 4 Pokemon together. It despawns all 4 Pokemon at the same time. And so when the game needs to spawn multiple Pokemon at the same time, it then sequentially seeds the next 4 Pokemon before reseeding again. And so the reason we didn't see one in our first attempt of day 1 is because it went like this, right? It went like this chart, which is where it's reseeding multiple times, right? It's reseeding after you catch one, it's reseeding after you catch one. Oh, we battled 2 of them and we killed them both. It advanced twice and then it reseeded them. So like in this scenario, you're seeing Pokemon from different seeds every time you catch one. Whereas in this scenario, you're seeing 4 Pokemon from the same seed by dispatching them all at the same time. And so this means that we can actually use one Outbreak to see multiple groups of unique Pokemon. So like if you're normally like going, catching everything and then moving on to the next one, you're probably missing shinies, right? Because you could go in and you could say kill 2 of them. And if you were to kill 2 of them, then it would be a completely different seed than if you only killed 1, or if you killed 3, or if you killed all 4. Killing all 4, you really would never want to do because you'd get the exact same seed as day 2. And you're going to go to day 2, assuming you don't find a shiny on day 1. So I wouldn't recommend getting into a battle with all 4 Pokemon and killing them unless you wanted to set up a cool trick like what I did here today. But instead, what you could do is you could take this day 1 and you could get 3 times the amount of Pokemon in the Outbreak without ever leaving, just by reloading and doing different things with them. Now, to be fair, it's probably faster just to catch them all and then go to the next day and just do it that way. But you are definitely missing shinies by doing it, by not doing this, by not deeper checking each one of these frames. And I think that's pretty cool. And so I encourage everybody to try. You know, if you're interested in this and you're going to be doing a lot of Outbreak hunting, which I guarantee you will be, then you should try deeper hunting your individual days. So go in, you know, and catch every Pokemon one by one, and, you know, set up a situation kind of like this where you catch one Pokemon, seeds a new Pokemon, catch one Pokemon, seeds a new Pokemon, but then go back and then maybe kill 2 of them and then catch 2 of them and then kill 2 of them again. Like it'll really only work with aggressive Pokemon. For Pokemon that run away, you really can't get into multi-battles with them, and so you're always going to be dispatching them one by one. So this can really only work with Pokemon who are aggressive, or if you get an alpha or 2 alphas that are aggressive, I guess you could do it on a non-aggressive Pokemon. But realistically, this really only works on Pokemon that you can dispatch multiple of at one time. But yeah, that's it for today. Pretty cool video. There's a lot more going on with Legends Arceus in terms of how the maps work. In terms of spawning, like there's the greater map has RNG as well, and you know, I'll probably make a video going over that, but that would run about 30-40 minutes. So let's keep it tight and let's just focus on Outbreaks today. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe. Maybe check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/PapaJefe. You know, I'm a pretty small channel, but I'm coming up and I really enjoy this RNG stuff. And if you do too, it makes me feel like I'm not the only crazy person out here who thinks this is cool. So please throw me a like. I'll catch you later. Peace.